Guys, I'm gonna try it. I usually intend to stream on Wednesdays. My next being o'clock, I'm having a little bit better at, so we'll see how long it lasts. Also, I have been very light sensitive lately, and the sun is at perfect angle. I'm also, I'll be probably crying. Not crying. Shit. See, everything's moved around. Alright, I feel like this is okay. Oh, still haven't fucking. Let's see how it goes. Finding in the wheelchair details. Okay, reaching for a while. I wish the sun wasn't quite exactly like the sun. Small little itty changes. Oh god, trying to get my cable to sit in a good spot. It's been a while since I've like this. Where all the sweet spots are cozy. So I'm not exposed. Right, and I was gonna just gonna look at this performance recording from the performance rehearsal version. Well, there were plenty of funky spots. A little bit of keywork I thought maybe they could put on to it. And then that way I have a sort of semi-full recording of that performance. Ooh, goodness, I am flushing something fierce right now. It feels kind of nice and mild and comfortable. Oh man, these fucking, this brand of supplement. Manner in which the body takes up the medicine very Shit, what was I? Oh yeah, this thing. And then here. And see the back drop. Quick sound. That was like, oh god, that mic's on. You off. That's the one I was looking for. Now that one's on. Fantastic. Good news. Alright, and then look at this thing. Curious about this one. It's here. What's the deal? No, maybe not that one. Oh shit. No. And I didn't do the new one because I didn't have that other thing. No, that really does look like it's louder in these weird spots. That's over here. I wonder how I let that happen. Oh, you know, it's probably having to do with that gate at the end or whatever it is. That's maybe. I remember how I found that. We'll find out in a minute. This is a Wizard Sorted Effect. It's from the Cobalt Room or maybe the Green Album. One of the two. And it was 2 colored albums in a row. There were 2 albums named after colors in a row. That makes more sense. And then I had alright, there was nothing else to add to that. I thought I had other more facts that were interestingly coincidental. Okay, so I have a couple itches, but the flushing is really fucking that all up, so I gotta scratch it, so then I just feel more of the flushing in that area, and so I can get less itchy by scratching. But also, in a way, it got slightly more bearable. It wasn't the same kind of relief I was hoping for. What are you gonna do? Alright, I think what I'm gonna do is just put a quick, little bit of narrowband compression on some spots. The spot check and see how shit sound. So we're gonna listen to what my rehearsal sounded like via this stuff. Oh, with all the other shit on there too right now. We don't let's see. I'll keep the limiter, I guess, just so shit doesn't get too out of control. As a limiter. Oh, but also because of the fluoride, I have consumed a significant amount of THC. And pattern. And put it fucking chill. All right, good. All right. Sounds like. All right, let's wind it up. That's not too bad.
Amateur procrastinator, Brandon Sonner. See what I've been missing. Leave it all like I know. I'm the only one that gets to see it. In my dreams too, you always appear to me see-through. You always show me the right path. Might be right back if I know. Just tell me where the light is, where they found you. I'm trying to find it, like a mountain.
Brandon wasn't live, which is why he
It's the
mixed this.
dreams don't sleep. Now miss the beats. Maneuver the sharpest turn, watch me crash and burn while I toss and turn. Ripping with the meanings that been meaning to grind me into meat.
The meanings.
Spoiled beef. Dance till you can't feel your feet. You can't sleep. You ain't sleep all week.
Actually, you know what? If I just peel it out of here.
Dance till you can't feel your feet. Ripping with the meanings that been meaning to maneuver the sharpest turn, watch me crash and burn while I toss and turn. Ripping with the meanings that been meaning to grind me into meat. Spoiled beef. Dance till you can't feel your feet. You can't sleep. You ain't sleep all week. Maneuver the sharpest turn, watch me crash and burn while I toss and turn. Ripping with the meanings that been meaning to grind me into meat. Spoiled beef. Dance till you can't feel your feet. You can't sleep. You ain't sleep all week.
Put you in here. So I'm find a little notch I can pull out here to maybe just improve overall clarity.
And burn while I toss and turn. Ripping with the meanings that been meaning to grind me into meat. Spoiled beef. Dance till you can't feel your feet. You can't sleep. You ain't sleep all week.
One of the bummers about recording performances is every little thing that you could have done different that you didn't have time to do different, but now you're in mindset, you're like, oh man, I should do this. It's so frustrating. Because, like, I can fix it here-ish, you know, right? Like, I give you stuff. But, like, I can't go back in time and read the photo. It's
Maneuver the sharpest turn, watch me crash. These bad dreams don't sleep. These bad dreams.
Do this. Then I'm gonna. So that way, everything else. Hopefully, this won't be too jarring. And then it'll keep the rest of the stuff relatively, you know, with some fidelity. Why the fuck did I not see? Okay. What is wrong with me? What am I looking at? Oh, that's right there. I just fuck my vision's boned right now. Can't see shit when it's bright out and my eyes are being sensitive. One of the problems with whatever the fuck's wrong with me, I think I know what it is. I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow. Maybe find out more. Hoping. But one of the problems is that when I'm having attacks, my eyes won't, my pupils won't dial, like won't constrict fast enough, or sometimes like almost at all. And so I fucking can't see shit. It's bright, but all the light's fucking coming in my face, into my brain space, my eyeballs, attacking my retinas. So like it just fucking, I was staring at the fucking line, couldn't see it.
These bad dreams don't sleep. Now miss the beat. Maneuver the sharpest turn, watch me crash and burn while I toss and turn. Ripping with the meanings that been meaning to grind me into meat. Spoiled beef. Dance till you can't feel your feet. You can't sleep. You ain't sleep all week. These bad dreams don't sleep. Now miss the beat. Maneuver the sharpest turn, watch me crash and burn while I toss and turn. Ripping with the meanings that been meaning to grind me into meat. Spoiled beef. Dance till you can't feel your feet. You can't sleep. You ain't sleep all week. Dance till you can't feel your feet. You can't sleep. You ain't sleep all week. can't sleep. You ain't eat all week.
I think it's a little noticeable if you're paying attention to it. Otherwise, this is just I'm gonna make a video from the performance, and it's probably not gonna be all that exciting. Just on, well, I don't know, maybe that's cool for people. I document a lot, and then put it up, and then have it there to go back and do shit. Sometimes. I guess it'd have to be, I wonder what it sounds like not on a board. Probably super weird. Or maybe it doesn't. Maybe it sounds just fine either way because of the way that I have it set and the way I recorded it. I don't know. Anyway, I'm thinking aloud and only giving partial information about something that doesn't matter. The fucking lemonade comes very loud. Oops. Yeah.
Look at this crusty uncrustable. Look at this crusty uncrustable motherfucker. Cut off the crust. Cut off the crust. Cut off the crust. Cut off the crust. Wake up, yeah. Get your wake up. Running the race, give him a shake up. Looking like you know with your eyes closed. You're getting pretty and prosy. Yeah, wag your nose, clowns. So serious. Why so down with a frown? Goddamn. When it's like the whole brand. Frown, goddamn. When it's like the whole brand.
I mean, it makes it sound live. And it does.
Panera ass motherfuckers. Ass motherfuckers. Ass motherfuckers. Ass motherfuckers. Ass motherfuckers. Panera ass like your lemonade.
Fuck your lemonade.
Quiet.
Bow, bow.
Listen. Rusty and crust, wake up. Yeah, get your wake up. Running the race, give him a shake up. Looking like you know with your eyes closed. We getting pretty and pros. Yeah, mad bulldozers. Wake it. Yeah, wag your nose, clown. So serious. Why so down with a frown? Goddamn. When you listen, whole brand.
What I should have done, and then I was just like, nah, it'll be fine. And it wasn't. This is good for me to though, like hearing the difference, because I had some monitoring issues with the rehearsal leading into the show and the show itself. All on my end, I hadn't got quite some of the tech figured out for online venue, and
American cheese singles.
so that was a little fucking funky, but that was my own shit. And but so the cool thing about it though is now I'm getting to hear some things that I didn't get to hear while the show was going, or because I didn't have any of that shit fixed yet, and I hadn't had time to go back and listen to this. A lot of stuff was really fast paced. Even going to that show, which
just wasn't isn't how I've been operating lately. So it was just like, you know, got to where it got. That's kind of how it was. And I was figuring out like what are my limits. I also choose a winter show with holidays and a whole bunch of travel in my body. And so it was just like this huge balancing act. That's how far we got. Got her in the bag, in the bag. Got her in the bag. Fresh meat in the bag, in the back. Fresh meat in the backseat. Take her home, turn up the heat. Tie her ankles up, let her ski. Read the sheets, gotta prep the meat. Baste her, waste her. Lubricate the mistakes while you wait for her to cook it up. Trouble on the double. Now you let the water bubble, the water bubble. Rip out the tray, wait to work that bubble. Eat another day. Eat another day. The sandwiches. By that Brett Berlin with the bag. In the bag. Okay, that's mostly good. I don't know that I want to. I'll probably spot listen to the rest of this stuff. Like I hadn't even choreographed, I hadn't even arranged a full mixed set yet, and so a lot of it is not a ton. I didn't stray a ton from presets that I set up in that lead-in. I like prep 2 weeks to put it together. A week of that was like Christmas and New Year's. So in the bag, in the bag, got her in the bag. Fresh meat in the bag, in the backseat. Fresh meat in the backseat. Take her home, turn up the heat. Tie her ankles up, let her ski. Read the sheets, gotta prep the meat. Baste her, waste her. Lubricate the mistakes. Wait for her to cook in the trouble on the double. Now you let the water bubble, let the water bubble. Put another tray, way to work that bubble. Eat another day. Like leftovers. Another day. Let the water bubble, let the water bubble. Clear another tray, make way to work that bubble. Eat another day. Not bad. I can live with that. I like to run my life like it's a mystery. I live my life. Order your products. Quick look at the transitions also. Oh, you know what? Let's do this while I'm working on this. Why don't you all look at this and I'll home shit. Or distract myself by looking at it. Don't hate the job I did on the video portion. That's good. Jump ahead. Wait, hold up. Correction.
will all be online. This video is what I'm gonna I just figured go through and just do a super quick like master on the audio so it sounds a little better in the recording of the show. Which you do with live recordings, you want it to sound live, but you want it to sound good through your speakers. You know, or your headphones. I'm a really looking for inattentive producer, but strictly notes crowd. Some of my songs don't sound quite as nice as the ones especially speakers. I think that goes for anything. It's the physics of so I might have talked to you this one.
Thank you for calling autoerotic, autoeroticism, erotic autos. Your auto hotspot.
Otter hotspot.
Eroticism piped hot into your
Otter hotspot. Otter hotspot. Hotspot.
Autoeroticism, autoerotic.
Erotic autos. Yes.
Let us service you and your loved ones.
That fucking stab at the beginning. Hold on. I'll listen to it again because I can't.
Autoeroticism, autoerotic, erotic autos. Let us service you and your loved ones.
Sometimes I do some shit right on the fly.
Autoerotic, autoeroticism, erotic autos.
I like improvised AC, who apparently can't talk. See, it's my fucking muscles. I shouldn't be trying to dance right now on my neck's trying to seize up on me. They make it worse, not better. Like, I'm supposed to, maybe supposed to is the word, I don't know. But it's helpful if I keep moving usually, so long as I don't make it worse. The problem is not moving at all can also let it get really bad. So, like, literally there's this like sweet spot where moving my muscles when I'm having a bad flare-up.
How may I help you?
It's like the right amount of movement that I'm gonna get today.
Autoerotic, autoeroticism, erotic autos.
How may I help
I didn't
you?
say anything in this whole
Thank you for calling autoeroticism.
Excuse me.
Erotic autos. Your automatic hotspot.
It's regular scratch from
Autoeroticism. Pipe hard.
the
Your
OG studio
autoerotic.
edit.
How may I help you? How may I help you?
Yeah. And then I'll fuck it up, you know, a half dozen times for those like 2 good cuts. But that's alright. Fucking good cuts, bro.
How may I help
You know, I get all these ideas about like creative shit I want to do, but like I can't even start a video today. I started working on a video. I'll like get super. It'll make everything worse for me. I'll either go way too long and make my neck worse, or I'll have to stop early, or when I want to, mentally it'll fuck with me, and I'll still probably have gone too long anyway. It's just like a lose-lose. Yeah, cool. I don't think I need the impression on that one.
That wasn't too bad. I probably should have like reversed it, but I didn't.
Loosen up. I might have. Oh, yeah, I did Puros Franca Madrasos. So let's do fuck yeah, that's good.
It's good to have goals,
Make it.
even if you never meet them.
Oh,
Then you can tell people you're proactive and goal-oriented.
bonk something.
People say that matters or something. Honestly, my goal was just to make this an okay.
Puros traca madrazos.
Honestly, my goal was just to make this an okay.
Puros traca madrazos.
Honestly, my goal was just to make this an okay.
Puros traca madrazos.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna try and find. There's like a click in there where I fucked something up. I just banged on my keyboard too hard or something. It was supposed to
It's good to have goals, even if you never meet them.
Or
Meet them, meet them, meet them. Then meet them.
yeah, hit something. Second, work in the envelope. I could show you, but honestly, it's a couple seconds. What is this? Is not on what I want it to be on, is it? Nope. Fucking it. Yeah. Not bad. I want it on this. I was like, why is that sound not changing? It's because the envelope I was working wrong. It's gonna have a little bit of that echo from it. Still too much.
Then you can
Damn it.
proactive and goal oriented. Then you can then you can tell people you're proactive and goal. Then
What there? No.
even if
Yeah.
even if you never meet them, then you can tell people you're proactive.
You know what? That's part of the issue. Is it's just so
And people
fucking
say
loud
that
right
matters
there.
or something. Honestly, my goal was just to make this an okay.
Turn that whole thing down some. Adjust my envelope
Getting
again.
face
See
fucked by
if this
allergies.
helps.
I'm being informed that face fucked also carries another meaning. Even if you never meet them, then you can tell people you're proactive and goal oriented. Even if you never meet them, then you can tell people you're proactive. Even if you never meet them, then you can tell people you're proactive. Even if you never meet them, even if you never meet them, then you can
better.
tell people
It's still there. Like,
proactive and goal oriented.
I could definitely do some things if I wanted to really work at cleaning that out more, but I honestly don't do that much. Yeah, it's just one more real thing that happens, you know? Which I think's another cool thing about
Getting face fucked by allergies. I'm being informed that face fucked also carries
live
another
performance and also did live recordings.
BRB. Licking all the penises so nobody else can eat them.
Wait, hold on. from the Low Sky EP. You could also pronounce it Low Sky. Either or works for various reasons.
Licking all the penises so nobody else can eat them.
Trying to think about the revisiting of this EP for another album is I don't want to go with the same name, but I want to go with the same name because I'm having a paradoxical feelings about it, about the title.
Jeff sneaks into my brain at night and skeets my most
Signature, I love it, it's fine. Oh, Jeff. Jeff recommended today a movie called Attack the Block.
I do my words so moist.
And I think it was a British-made film, maybe. I remember it was one of those ones. It was like a
BRB.
off-the-wall indie kind of watch. Like, I have lots of friends that are into just movies you've never seen sort of thing. And so it came to me via that road. So I know it was like a little bit smaller film. I think it was partly because it was a foreign film. I don't know shit about foreign films other than my friends saying, hey, watch this. Or now more so these days, right, where the streaming, something like will hit my recommendations, which I watch a lot of TV. Right? They like think a lot of really cheap stuff. And so just because it's cheap doesn't mean it's not good. It means it's not better than most of the time. I've been seeing some really cool shit. Oh, speaking of which, I think I talked about this the other day too when I watched Anna and the Apocalypse. Like, Scottish film, no one's fucking heard of it. It's out fucking standing. It's like a classic 3-act Broadway musical in film form, but like Shaun of the Dead sort of genre of zombie horror humor. And the leads in it, especially as like musical principles, are so fucking good. And like, I'm trying not to oversell this movie because it is potentially very niche and not marketable to everyone. It might not be everyone's thing, but holy fucking Christ, I love this movie. It's so good. Anyway, so was I? Oh, but Jeff says watch Attack the Block. Oh. That's not as bad as I felt like it was the first time I heard it, but I think I can live with this. A little bit better with the oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Is it too loud? Not too loud. OMG. So the thing was is I didn't rehearsal mix just this one song. So I was like, well, if the rest are fine, this will be fine. Mental note, not true. Motherfucking Kurt Gibson.
Kurt Gibson.
OMG. My mix with this set was not complete enough. It's really only cutting off the top though, so that's good. It's just some of the other stuff that was pressed. That's okay. That's why I use dynamic compression. Right, so this is Kurt Gibson. Hold on. Kurt Gibson. Kurt Gibson. Kurt Gibson. Kurt Dancing for my head. Mental and physical. Little stretch dancing. You gotta make sure you don't do jerky and smooth. A lot of times I think my stretch looks like I'm dancing and scream. Partly just because I do a lot of little wiggly stretches. A lot of my problems are centered around my spine. So, like, really, I have to move my whole spine to do things, which means the easiest way to do that is to allow the rest of the body to move pretty fluidly and largely. It's like some kind of incredible dance or something. With a lot of shoes and party. Tell me about it. Holmes. Help it stay upright. I'm gonna put you here. OMG. OMGesus. Wait, now what? You fucking dickholes. Is it? It's all. Okay, good. That's all good. Oh, my bad. Jump to the end of the song there. Was it super obvious that they were jumping in the video or something? Can't see it since I did it on I think I talked at some point during the I was petting Studio Dog and his head was too close to my wheel and was scratching my apologize to the Studio Dog. Studio Dog. Oh, I guess that was it. I didn't even put it in there. Sweet. I'm happy with how that went. I'll make myself a note that what do I want to write? What do I want to write? I had like a whole fucking note-taking setup for myself, and now I don't remember what I wanted to do. Okay, you're blank. We're gonna use pipers. Pipers? Pipers? But pipers? Right. I'm extremely fucking high right now, so I wrote myself a specific note so that hopefully best standing fucking let's I don't want to. Oh yeah, because I wanted to decide what's next. Hey, Bombs is doing really well, so thanks for all the listens to the human Bombs. Oh, it's number 1 or number 2 all time. Oh, something like that. That's cool. So that's gonna be on the also once okay, but it's out right now as a single, and the music video came out for it on Friday. It was read the attention. No likes and shares and subscribes. Okay, like hold up. Oh, this is beer. This needs work. Doing all the art mixing. Oh no, I had made like some kind of big change. Like putting on a work somewhere. Oh yeah, I didn't like this. I changed this shit. got some silly contraption I want to make now. Maybe I'll do that. I want to make a silly contraption. Fullness of this shit. I have a beer! I'm grabbing a beer! Yeah, where is that? Oh, it's down here. I was like, I got can opens somewhere. Where did I put them? Trying to decide now if I like how like kind of unintrusive this is, especially compared to what it used to be, or if I want to try and add a little bit more, probably just a little bit of reverb onto it to actually make it more intrusive. I mean, I clearly didn't want it too up front for too long anyway, based on how I arranged that master channel. But for us. Oh, I bet. Why is this that? I thought you used this to get a pitch or something. Or maybe. Oh, it's there too. No, I don't. Or maybe I do. Hold up, go back here. No, go back at the beginning. Chickens love the beard. I was gonna say beards love the chickens. Beard can't chicken. Fucking clap. Really good progress with that. I have to take a break. If I don't take a break, I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna fuck up myself up in some way. I'm gonna take a length of indeterminate break. Break of indeterminate length. I'm gonna try and be back later. See how the body feels about that. But Amazing Amateur Procrastinator. You can find out more about my music at amateurprocrastinator.com. And there's Balmska's doing really well right now. Check out the music videos on YouTube. Drop some likes and subscribe. Subscribes especially really help out right now. When you get monetized, I can a little bit more money and have a little bit more budget. Some of the artists that I've been working with helps. Fucking sounds patronizing, but I get a little bit more budget to support the work that me and some collaborators are doing, and I really enjoy that work under my new arts label. We'll talk about more. But anyway, hopefully I'll see y'all soon. Hopefully even later today, like I usually plan to. But let's see how the body handles. Hopefully your bodies are doing great and your minds have a wonderful day. See you soon.